So I've been a YouTube creator for a little over 10 years now, and I wanted to share 10 things I've learned in my 10 years on YouTube. So I'm going to kind of gear this video toward the beginner and kind of tell you how to start out right based on the things that I've learned in the last 10 years. So none of us start out with our own voice, you know what I mean? Like kind of your style, the way you present yourself, kind of, you know, how you are on camera, your voice. So what I suggest is look all around on YouTube and wherever people are creating online video. See what you like, make notes, copy it a little, and as you go, you'll take what you like from those, you'll kind of make it your own, and eventually you will have discovered your voice. Number 2, it's okay to suck. In fact, expect to suck at the beginning. It takes practice to get good at anything, so you've just got to keep making the things and you'll figure out how to work out the bugs as you go. Don't get too hung up on making everything perfect though. Do your best. Spend some time on it, but not too much time, and let it go. Release it. Let it go. Move on to the next thing. Number 3, keep making things. You know, you may have made something you think's amazing and you expect people to find you with that, but you can't just sit on that one amazing thing. You've got to keep making things. Each thing you make is a new opportunity for you to be found. Plus, if you can produce new things consistently, you can become a part of someone's routine, and every Tuesday at noon, they're waiting for you to put it out. You know what I mean? As I have taught YouTube camps and classes, they don't believe me, but believe me, a mission statement is so important. You need to figure out what you're about. Figure out what drives you to create. Figure out what is important to you. And make everything you do point back to that. On my videos, I always sign off with, life is what you make it. Let's get our hands dirty. So I can make a variety of kinds of videos about a variety of subjects, but as long as it always points back to my belief that no matter where you are in life, you can build and craft your life in the direction that you want it to be, the kind of life you want to craft. Now, another thing, branding is super important. If people can automatically figure out what you're about, not only with your channel name, but with your channel art, with your thumbnails, from the colors you use. How do you want people to feel? You know, it all comes together to put out that message. And, you know, especially online, that first impression someone gets is super important. It determines whether or not they're going to click back or not. And so if they do stick around and you've driven home who you are, what you're about, in all of the things, in all of the elements to the video, then they can remember, you know, they may not remember your channel name, how to go search for you, but if they've got enough clues, like, that guy is obsessed with his Volkswagen bus, he's an old man, I think he lives in Arkansas. Yeah. Who is beeping me? Would you stop it? Number 6, be a good community member. In this online video world, once you establish what niche you're in, what kind of corner of the internet is your clubhouse, you know, be an active member. So not only reply to people commenting on your videos, but follow people that are making things like yours and cheer them on, and comment and share, all that stuff. And then two, kind of secondary, if you can go to a convention, it's cool, but and it's been always been fun for me to kind of catch up with online friends and stuff like that. But you know, you can reach out to folks, to brands so easily online. But the convention thing is a part of being a community. So, you know, kind of put that in perspective. It's like 10% a good idea, maybe. Number 7, it's super important for you to be you. Authenticity. You've heard about that everywhere, I'm sure. It is really important to be authentic, because online people have a different expectation than they do with traditional old school media. You know, movies and TV, they expect to see someone being someone else. But online, they're more than likely there to see someone they can feel a connection with, someone that's real. And the thing is, if you don't get past that filter of authenticity, they're out of there so quick. That's not what they came for. I don't have time for that. Kind of along those lines, comparison is a killer. Don't compare yourself to anyone else, even within your niche, your genre. Great if your friends are doing awesome, but don't compare yourself to them. You know, it's just, you just can never win with that. If you're doing great and they're not, they're doing great and you're not, whatever. You do you, your people will find you. Just chill. It's fine. Number 8, there's a fine line that's just going to be up to you. It's WASP. When it comes to sponsorships versus giving away freebies. You gotta know, you gotta evaluate what's important to you case by case. What's going to help you reach your objectives. Sometimes that is saying, you know what, my metrics aren't ginormous, I don't have that many views or that many subscribers, but I can make you something for free that'll be a fun thing that you can share about your whoever it is you want to work with, you know. So freebies can gather you a lot of leverage sometimes. I still do a lot of freebies for folks that I know have a larger following, that I'm truly interested in what they're doing. I could do a video with them and say, hey, I can't pay you for your time, or but it won't take much from you, and it will be a fun thing that I'm making you and giving you, that you can promote your stuff for free. You know, that's worth a lot, really. And then once and you may have to do that quite a bit in the beginning, when, to be honest, you're just a new guy that doesn't have a lot to show for your little bit of time here on YouTube or wherever. So it's worth that to give away a few freebies. Then you can gather some metrics, or you've made those friends that can connect you to someone else. It's worth it. Eventually, as you grow that sort of way, you'll have enough leverage to be able to say, hey, I can do this for you, I'm worth this, to be a business person about it. What I do is worth it, and we can work together. Number 9, give yourself permission. If you can't be super consistent and keep on a weekly schedule, don't beat yourself up about it. It's fine. people won't forget about you. They'll know where you are. They can come back. Also, if you're burnt out, you need a break, allow yourself that. It's gonna be okay, really. And also, if what you were making is no longer doing it for you, going back to being authentic, people are gonna see right through it. If you're not in love with what you're making, allow yourself to make a change. It'll be better in the long run, because again, people want to see someone they can relate to, someone that loves what they're doing. And number 10, super important, you need to determine what success looks like to you and your brand. Now, I know so many of us, we want to have a bunch of viewers. We want to make a sustainable living at this. But that is just a byproduct of success, honestly. You have to think about, like my friend Tim Schmoyer has taught, think about your online video career as a treasure map. You know, those pirate maps kind of thing? And there's an X where the treasure is. You think about where it is you want to go, where you want this to lead, and you draw the path to get to that X. So, if you want this brand to grow you in a direction where you've got a clothing line that you can promote and create because of the social media, the leverage, the clout you've built with your brand. It could be you want to build this into a music career. You know, it could be a lot of things. You determine what is at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for you. And then you've got to fill in between where you are and how to get there. And the money and the fame may just be a byproduct, but if you're working for money and fame, you are going to be disappointed and crushed 99.999% of the time. It will be very frustrating and crushing. So you be honest about what success looks like for you, but not in a metrics, not in a numbers kind of way. Okay, well, those are some things I've learned the hard way over my 10-year YouTube career. Back when I started, we were just like the partnership program, partner program was brand new. We were just getting ads out there, and it was super hard to get ads. It's gotten easy and then hard again, and that's one of those things you just got to be able to change with the updates, you know what I mean? It's such a different world now. It was kind of a smallish community where you could know one another, and it still is. It's just there's a lot more people out there, and you could look at it one of two ways. Either, wow, there's so much competition, how will I ever be seen? Or you can say, there are so many eyeballs out there. My people are definitely in there somewhere, and they're gonna find me. Again, my brand is Bus Blogger. I kind of I'm a freak about my Volkswagen bus, but I also do a lot of videos about the natural state. That's Arkansas, in case you didn't know. But if you want to follow along and see kind of what I've been up to, life's what you make it. Let's get our hands dirty.